Well, having understood the terms beginning with L, now we shall go ahead with the terms beginning with M. The first term that we are going to get introduced with is malaprop or malapropism. While talking about its origin, we understand that the term comes from the French phrase mal à propos. Mal à propos means inappropriate. Okay, which is something which is inappropriate, not appropriate, which are not appropriate in response, we can say. Malapropisms are, in simple words, incorrect words used in place of correct words. And these can be intentional or unintentional. Means the speakers may use these words intentionally, deliberately, or without any intention, unintentionally. But in both these cases, the effect is comic. It creates a kind of atmosphere of comedy. We laugh at it. Now, malapropism occurs when one word is confused with another. And this is because of a similarity in sound between the words which are confused. For example, you can see the example over here. The doctor administered the anecdote. So you might be knowing that anecdote is a story. A doctor can never administer the anecdote, rather antidote. So we can say, means the speaker is confused with an antidote. Okay, instead of using antidote, the speaker uses anecdote. Now, this kind of malapropism is very much familiar to you people if you happen to see Chala How Are You there. Uh, in case of Bhaukadam especially, and even that Bharat Ganesh Pure, you see them to be using this kind of, malapropism. Means they intentionally use the words. They show, of course, Bhaukadam shows innocence. Instead of using the appropriate words, especially English words, while he's using English words, he shows a kind of confusion. He uses wrong words. Okay, that's what malapropism is. Means when you say the doctor administered the anecdote, you mean to say that the doctor administered an antidote, a remedy, and the speaker is confused actually, and he uses anecdote instead of antidote. So it is a very unique literary device, and it has its origin in a specific comedy play. The name of the play is The Rivals, and there is a character, specific character with the same name, Mrs. Malaprop. Okay, Richard Sheridan is the writer of this particular play, and he showed this play in the year 1775. Now, Mrs. Malaprop's constant malapropism provide the play with continual comedy. I suggested you just compare it with Challa How Are You, that the characters such as Bahu Kadam's role and uh, that Sagar Karande and others. You just bring in your mind, you will understand that they're using malapropism all the time. Means they use in that particular show. So I refer to Richard Brinsley Sheridan's The Rivals of 1775, and this character, Mrs. Malaprop, uses the word illiterate, for example, when she really means obliterate, and she mistakes progeny for prodigy. So these are some of the examples. So it allows writers and actors to create laughable comedies of errors. Malapropism allow the writers and actors to create laughable comedies of errors, and they make laughing stops of those who unintentionally commit them. Means you must have seen Salah there. Certain celebrities, politicians, friends, and others come out there, and they make them laughing stocks. You must have seen many times. They use malapropism, and uh, they become matter of laughter for us. Of course, this is unintentional, just to make fun, means to create a comic atmosphere. They do it. And malapropism are also known by another name, dogberisms. Another term to refer to malapropism is dogberism. Now you can see the example. There are two examples that I have discussed here. One word, sir. Our watch, sir, have indeed apprehended two auspicious persons. Look, you can see here, instead of apprehended, he says comprehended. And two auspicious, actually, instead of saying suspicious, he's saying auspicious persons. And we should have them this morning examined before your worship. So this phrase, dogberism, comes from Shakespeare's character, Officer Dogberry, in the play Much Ado About Nothing. And this Dogberry struggles to say that he means, or what he means actually. He is unable to express. Instead of saying apprehended, he says comprehended. Instead of saying suspicious, he says auspicious. And he creates a kind of comedy. Okay, another example. And he himself must speak through saying thus to the same defect. So instead of saying effect, the character uses the term defect. And this dialogue is from William Shakespeare's play A Midsummer Night's Dream, in which you come across a character named Bottom. And the defect in Bottom speaking is literally the word defect, actually, and used incorrectly for effect. So Bottom is the play's source of comedic effect, and he is known for the scene in which his face is aptly transformed into donkey's one. He becomes that there is a supernatural character. Actually, I forgot the name of the character. It begins with Puck, for example, Puck. And Puck is the character who transforms Bottom's head into donkey's one. Means he has got donkey's head and human body. So this is because of his defect in his personality. Shakespeare uses this particular trick to show that the Bottom is a donkey-headed person. So in this manner, we understand the term malapropism.